On BMF fans and returning life gainers, we are in here to discuss BMF season 3, episode 5, the battle at Techwood. It was a doozy, but there are some questions we want to answer. Like, number one, who's ultimately to blame for what happened to our man Kevin? We'll discuss that. Are you guys enjoying Henry or are you sick of Henry? We'll discuss that. And what is going to be next for the brothers? They seem like they've bifurcated. One is going to be in Detroit with his family. The other one's going to be in Atlanta. We'll discuss all that. The Life Games YouTube TikTok channel starts with a few guests right now.
I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that pull. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms.
That's right, y'all. You're in the building with the all knowing, all loving, all feeling, all seeing, all powerful. Damn all everything. Sexy as hell host. That's me. And guess what? I have a special guest. Would you like to see someone who's directly from the A? Buttermilk chocolate from the A. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls coming to the stage. It's your homie Monique Nicole. What's up, Monique?
My good brother.
What's going on, sis? How you doing?
Bro, when I tell you, you crossed my mind this weekend because when I saw the episode, I was like, God dang it, that Lamont Tyson was 100,000% right. But I had a crazy weekend. We'll talk about that offline. I want to update you. But yes, brother, when you made the reference to Shala, I almost said Hunger Games. What's the damn show?
This chick said the Hunger Games. Miss K gonna cuss you out. Game of Thrones. This chick said the Hunger Games. She can't get her white European shows.
I almost said Hunger Games. Game of Thrones. When you referenced Game of Thrones and that damn the Red Wedding?
Red Wedding and the Battle of the Bastards.
I was watching it like, I can see why he made that reference. It was a bloodbath.
It like Monique, it really and audience, shout out to all y'all. I was really trying to figure out how the hell was Meech and T gonna get up out of there? Like, how was they gonna get up out of there?
Baby, I guess Lucille Prayers has been covering them because I don't know.
Speaking of Lucille, we got a lot of men in here that we got to talk about Charles because he didn't bring the right hand. He didn't bring his war hammer with him and Lucille. We're gonna talk about him in a few minutes because we got some men. We want to know what the hell y'all doing with Chuck. Chuck went in there. I said in my video, I was like, Chuck, you can't go in there with Mjolnir. Your ass better take Stormbreaker in there. Something that can traverse time. Something that when you give her a nut, it feels like she can traverse time. Don't go in there with that little hammer. And what he do? He went in there with the little hammer. She up there looking at Reese after he did the do. I said, damn, Chuck. That was the wrong hammer. But first, Monique, let me shout out the wonderful audience. I want to shout out all y'all for continuing to come. I don't have a regular schedule just because it's just been so chaotic in my life the last couple of weeks. But you all obviously have your notifications on. When I drop videos and bring guests, you always show up. I promise you it will get a little bit more consistent because things are starting to get in a better place. So I appreciate y'all sticking with me. And I appreciate y'all just not only following me here, but you're going to the TikTok and you are showing all the guests love. You show Monique love. You show the Hammer Moochie love. You show Nita the Diva love. You're showing Larry love. You show B. Avery love. I can't thank you guys enough for allowing us Black creators to have a platform and do what we do. It's all because of you guys. And for my channel members, I'm going to start putting early review videos up. So if you want to see the review early, all you got to do is be a member. And I'm going to start doing more videos on stock buying, stock pressing, stock holding, that type stuff. So if you want to get that kind of material, just become a channel member. And let's dive on in here with Monique Nicole, who has great insight about these shows. So Monique, This is what I got to lead in with because I want to know what you think.
Oh,
I'm leading in with this right here. Kevin. And his situation was so sad. And and we'll start off by kind of just talking about his situation where basically Henry decided to pull the security and help and detail that they had on Kevin. She decided to pull it. And we'll go back to why she pulled it in a minute. But she pulled it, and this is what Kevin looked like when he showed up to see Daddy. Beat up, just golly, just in a bad, just didn't look good at all. And Kevin had to tell Daddy, Monique.
God, it was tough.
That the people that were supposed to have been protecting him
assaulted him,
and even went and did the R word. Woo! Now, can you imagine the fear that this young boy had to go through? Like he's been sheltered his whole life, and then the people that you've been trusting, the people you can turn your back on, Monique, because they've been protecting you.
Yeah.
You turn your back on them now, they want to poke you.
Yeah.
So having set that up, who do you feel is ultimately responsible? Is it Dad, Mom, Henry, the system? Who is ultimately responsible for Kevin saying, you know what, enough of this life, I want to go and meet my maker?
That broke that. I could actually like cry.
It was sad
because I'm about to cry. It brings me. Oh my God, I forget his name, but the brother that, and this is a real story. The brother that was locked up on Rikers. I think Jay-Z made a documentary out of it. Forgive me, I forget his name, but it was a big story. It made headlines. It was pretty big. He was on Rikers. He was pretty much innocent, and he was beaten, tormented.
Oh no!
And he was released because he was innocent. And then I think a couple months after he was released, he took his own life. Khalif, I don't know. I'm not good with names, y'all. But anyway, this stuff really does happen in real life, and it really broke my heart. Like Lamont said, this is a kid who has been sheltered his whole life. He wasn't a part of the street game. He wasn't in the drug game. He wasn't in any of that. He was just a really innocent young child who had been bullied day in, day out, and unfortunately took matters in his own hands and went about things the wrong way. To answer your question, I know everyone says Detective Bryant. That is the obvious answer. I do think he 100% plays a part in this, and some of the blame definitely goes to him. But I want us to expand our thought a little bit, because it could be more than one answer. Obviously Henrietta's ass is directly to blame because she called the shots.
Right.
Detective Bryant obviously plays a part, and I honestly, Lamont, before the video, I tried to go back in my memory bank, and I'm trying to go back to season 1 and 2. Can you correct me if I'm wrong? Wasn't there a scene where Bryant did go down to the school and try to talk to a teacher, a principal? I could have sworn there was a scene.
It was a principal.
Okay, so he did that. That was effort 1. Effort 2 or 3, he got B. Mickey to essentially get street with the boy and be like, okay, we gonna take it to the streets. Remember, B. Mickey scared the crap out of, we thought he did, scared the crap out of the bully. And that was so in my eyes, I'm like, we want to blame Bryant, but it's not like he didn't try. I'm not saying he did it perfectly, but in his eyes as a parent, and again, he's a cop, he knows the street life. He tried to do the right thing by going to the school, right? And handling it that way. Then he took it a step further and got B. Mickey to try to scare some sense into the bully. And then I don't really know what else he did. The only thing we can really say is that he sheltered his son, but you can't, if your son isn't, you can't make your child be something that they're not. You know what I'm saying? If he's a young, innocent boy, he'd rather just stay home and draw pictures. And that's what he wants to do. You can't make him be this tough big man on campus if that's not who he is. So it's like, to me, when I really think about it, as much as I want to blame Coach Cop, I can't blame him 100%. You know what I'm saying? Because I do feel like initially as a parent, he did try. Now, he made a crucial mistake when he did not take up Terry's offer of joining forces and taking out Henrietta, because I feel like Terry and Meech would have given him more grace than Henrietta would. So I just think he's guilty of that. He let his emotions and hatred towards the Flannerys blind his judgment.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So what do you think? Because I said a lot. What do you think?
I mean, this is one of those situations where you can't necessarily put direct blame on one single person. Everybody in this gets blamed. Correct. You can easily say that the upbringing from Coach Cop and Mom landed him in some of this hot water. So they could get some blame together too. Kevin gets blamed too now. Now, I know people are going to, you might jump down my throat. And how can you say Kevin ultimately went and got that gun that put him in jail? I get why he went and got the gun. I understand that. And if he wouldn't have got that gun, he might would have got another gun. But either way, any gun would have had landed him in jail, right?
Yeah.
And so you can say that inconsequentially, Kevin gets some blame because he did have a hand in how the situation happened to him. Ultimately, the majority of the blame does fall on the parents. However, you also have situations where, can we say Henrietta get blamed for this too? Or do you put that blame on Coach Cop? Because see, Henrietta just wanted Coach Cop to behave a certain way, of which he didn't. But here's the problem. The reason why Henrietta did what she did was because Coach Cop escaped her dumbass henchmen. I mean, I don't know where these people get these henchmen from. Rent-a-sucker? Like, where do you get these stupid ass henchmen from? So let's just say that Coach Cop would have been killed. Well, what was she had done? What was she going to do with Kevin then? She probably would have killed Kevin too.
Yeah.
So for me, everybody get a little bit of blame, including Kevin.
I agree.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have another sister coming to the stage who don't pull no punches. Now, if you want fire, you're gonna get fire like she's one of them dragons now. She know the story. Coming to the stage is Lex the Targaryen, the songbird.
Hello, guys. How are you? Hey, Moni.
Hi, beautiful. I miss you.
I missed you guys too. Hello, Chad. I missed you guys. What's up, cousin?
I'm good, man. How you feeling? How's the music game going?
Good. Tour was great. South by Southwest. Shout out to Texas for showing love. Texas was amazing. And yeah, we got some stuff coming up in New York next month, but we're going to say that for the end.
Okay. So jump on in here. We're trying to figure out how do you distribute this blame for the death of Kevin? Talk to us about how you feel about it.
It's equal parts because, although ultimately he is the one that took his own life, he was a baby. And I always think back to season 1, where if his father would have just stopped trying to certain people are not fighters. They're just, you can't force them to be. The boy wanted his comics. You should have stood up for him. You should have went to that school rec shop. You the big bad in the neighborhood. Back then, him and Meech was actually cool. You should have sent Meech and them to go check dude or put some protection on him, something. But the baby couldn't handle it. Like, he couldn't handle it. That poor child. And I said it. Remember, I said this last season. Run the episodes back. I said it last season. I said that boy gonna take himself out, and voila, he did. And I blame his mother for not having time for him. I blame his father for not understanding him. I blame everybody but him because he was a kid.
Yeah, it's really sad. Oh, you're on mute, Lamont.
Yeah, she's right. It in the midst of what was going on, the writers was able to not shoehorn per se, because that would be a negative connotation, but the writers was able to slide this bit of emotional grip, emotional sadness in here, because Kevin was a kid. Like Lex said, Kevin was a kid. And yes, kids do have responsibilities and kids do suffer consequences, but ultimately, until you're 18, most of what happens to a child falls on the parent until you're 18.
Yeah.
You know, even if you as a child do something that we can say is your fault, you still kind of get judged by what was your parents doing? What was your parents doing to either facilitate, negate, or make your situation what it was? And you know, ultimately, Coach Cop and Mom get it. And now the question is just going to be, what are they going to do next? Because I'm sure Mom is going to want some retribution, 100%. And you know, Coach Cop is for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. So now let us get on to this situation. We all want to talk about. So now that we got that, let's go ahead and talk about Chuck.
Hey.
Let's talk about old non-Warhammer Chuck. Let me find my pictures for Chuck. Okay, so Chuck don't realize. Look, he want his family back. He done had this whole season to, you know, kind of become sorry about how it went down with Mud Pie Maple and fixing walls and that type stuff. And he's had some opportunity to think about what life could have been like with his kids. He done went down to Atlanta, hung out with Meat. So he's reminiscing about family. So he goes back to the church and the people at the church because he wants to make a tape for his wife, right? And now, there's nothing wrong with this, but what was wrong with it is you can't be having the lady rubbing on your hands and stuff like that, man. Like it was innocent. Like it was nothing to it. But you can't be going out like that when you know there's people, when you don't know who's watching, you don't know what's going on. So he gets the tape made, and cousin is over there looking, and she's ready to go in there and tear down some walls. Mm-hmm. We catch up with Lucille, and because of the donation that Reese made, they want her to come on to the church full time, start getting a check. Boy, they want you and your man, Reese. All right. Then a cousin come in and tell her, look, don't trust Chuck. And she's like, okay, whatever. Chuck come in and say, look, I made a tape for you. I was out with the church members. It was nothing. He starts singing. He started singing, and boy, she started blinging. That belt buckle got loose, and she started backing her ass up the stairs. I thought that wig was about to fall off. She was trying to get up them stairs so fast. Them panty drawers was humming. Having said that, Lex, I'll give the floor to you. This could have been Chuck's opportunity to drop the hammer, good fashion, and really get back into the family graces. But you know what? He brought the wrong equipment. Because as soon as they got done messing, she looking at Maurice's business card. Floor is yours, Lex.
I personally think that it don't matter how good he would have got his hunch on. It's just the fact that mentally she's somewhere else. Mm-hmm. Like once the relationship is tainted, it'll never 100% go back to what it was. You could love the person, y'all could work it out, but it'll never go back to, you know what I mean? Because once infidelity happens, I wasn't, checking before. You came in late, I wasn't asking where. It's just, it's a trust thing. Once that trust is fractured, it's just like, okay, the portal is open. And no matter what, she's never going to get that rush again with Charles. Like, oh my God, this is just so that kiss with the doctor opened the portal of this is the feeling I haven't felt in a long time. This man ain't do me wrong. This is the man that wanted to fall in love with me, and he got that guap. Okay, Shanae ain't no trick. He got that money. So I think it's go ahead, Lulu. That's all I gotta say. Go ahead, Lulu.
Jump on in there, Monique. Jump on in there.
Well, I have different feelings. I'm trying to see where I want to start. Okay, let me start with this. First of all, Chuck, and I predicted it last week. I said it's possible that he was meeting her in hopes of receiving advice or help to patch things up with Lucille. So I did predict
You did say that. You did say that.
But what he messed up was he did it publicly. They should have met up at the church or something and had that meeting. You don't do that. You know, they're in Detroit. It's a small town. Everybody know everybody. It's
Monique. It was like, it wasn't like dinner, and it was breakfast early in the morning.
It don't matter. That's it. So, it don't look right. It don't look right.
So some women feel like if you've cheated, they don't give a damn if you meet in the church, because you know loins can still happen in the church. If that is in your mind, like her friend, Lucille friend, she could have seen them in the church. She would have thought the same thing.
Maybe, but it would have been better than this. So, and I need people to not come for the cousin friend, whoever she is to Lucille. Don't come for her. She being a good friend, because if it was me, now I know this is a controversial topic amongst women. There are some women who don't want people to get involved in a relationship. I'm the chick where if you see my man out doing something he ain't supposed to do, you better call and tell me.
Sing like a canary.
You better sing and let me know, because what these brothers do, they will tell on you in a heartbeat, baby girl. So you tell me. But anyway, let's get back to this. I think I said it last week with you. Yeah, I did. I am team marriage. Okay. I am team Chuck and I am team Lucille. Mm-hmm. I can respect any man who sees that he made a mistake and is working hard to fix his marriage. I'm not saying she's supposed to just, give in right away. But for me, I can respect it, because he's not backpedaling. He's not making excuses. He's taking accountability and responsibility, and he's trying to fight for his marriage. So for me, I do respect Charles for that, because a lot of men don't move like that.
Right. I respect him for it too, definitely.
For taking accountability and ownership, and I respect it. Like I said, for me, I would work on my marriage. But Lucille is in a tough position, because obviously the trust is broken, and it is hard for us women to like Lex said, yes, we can continue to love you, and we might even have good moments, but it's not gonna be the same. And I think Lucille is at a pivotal point right now in her life where she is contemplating her future, her relationship, her marriage, her household. She got this blast from the past who came back up, Dr. Chocolate, who's doing all the right things, saying all the right things, and he got a coin, girl. But you know what the old ladies say, the grass isn't always greener. So she is in a pivotal point, and she's got to kind of play her cards right. If I was Lucille, I'm going to be honest, I don't know what I would. No, actually, I do know what I would do. Now, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying what I would think maybe I would do. If I was in a tough position like her, I'd be like, look, Charles, I love you. I love our family. However, you did this, and I need a minute. I don't want to end it, but I need a minute to process, to give me a minute. And in that minute, if she wants to go on a date with Dr. Chocolate, I would be okay with it. Now, sleeping with him is another ball game. I don't know. Some people, when it comes to infidelity, I've seen it. They do tit for tat. The brother cheats first, and the wife be like, okay, well, I'm going to get my get back, and we're going to be even. And some people are okay with, everybody's situation different. But moral of the story is, I respect Charles for fighting for his marriage. Lucille is in a tough position, and I think she needs to not rush any decision, whether it's making amends with Charles or getting in bed with Dr. Chocolate. I think she needs to take a beat, take a moment, process, reflect, because truth be told, y'all, we don't know much about Dr. Chocolate. We don't know. The grass always looks greener, and we don't know about his past. We don't know how he treats women. We don't know nothing about him. He could be trifling. So she gotta play it smart, and that's what I think.
I mean, he could also be good too. He could be. But it would leave a lot to wonder. A man who has all those traits and qualities, why he ain't already married and got kids.
Mm.
You know, what is his past? What is it? All that type of
That's what I
stuff.
wanna know.
But at the end of the day, I'm kind of with you. I'm team. If you want to work it out, try and work it out the right way. Like go to counseling.
Mhm.
See if there's enough left in the marriage that you want to salvage it and you want to work on it. And if it is, do that. Try it. Do those steps. But if this is not, then go ahead and go through the hard process of separating.
Yeah.
I mean, there ain't nothing else to say. Now, I commend him for he's seen the light of his mistake.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that there's still some feelings there because you can't have all these kids with someone, been living with them and not care about them. Like, even no matter what the mistake is, you still care about them. Mm-hmm. The thing with Lucille is this. Lucille been pole mouthing it her whole life. And now you see a man with all these other trappings you haven't had that possibly got the war hammer, the war chest, and money. He can take you out on a real date and do all these things that you can't get from Charles. So that stuff looks very appealing to you right now.
Right.
Very, very appealing. And I think that if you're going to make the move to go that direction, you need to end what you're in right now. That's the right thing to do. Either try to go to counseling and work it out or move on. Simple as that. I mean, I'm with you and Lex. It don't matter what hammer. It don't matter what hammer Charles would have brought in there. The curiosity has been piqued with Lucille at this point. Mm-hmm. Like, he could have had the biggest snake in the world. He could have drained her pipes like he was Super Mario Brothers, and it wouldn't have mattered because that curiosity is still there. And then on top of that, he ain't got the dough that Maurice got. So you know she's thinking about all those things. But we know how this is going to end. It's just a matter of how are they going to let it end is what I'm trying to figure out. That's all I'm trying to figure out.
So stupid. I can't. That's so funny. Okay.
So now I'm going to come to you, Monique, because I can't wait to hear what you and Lex got to say about this character.
Oh, Lord. What now?
Y'all know who I'm about to talk about. I got to talk about this. They, them. I got to talk about them. So let me set the stage for them. Monique, don't be like that. Don't be like that, Monique. See, Lex, since you've been gone, Monique has been getting more and more escalated in who she is online, okay? Like she talks, she's like an actor now. She talks and behaves with her face, okay? Like, you ain't got to get no words from her. She can let you know what's going on. So yes, y'all, we got to talk about Henry, the person y'all favorite character on the show this season, Henry. So Henry Dumbbutt sends this clown and another clown looking like a fake ass Muhammad Ali, supposed to have took out Coach Cop, right? Like, they had one damn job. One job. He had his little butter knife in the back seat.
Yeah.
Why you ain't just stab him on up as soon as you pulled out the parking lot behooves me. Okay. He had one job. They let Coach Cop get away. And when Coach Cop got away, Henry was feeling that chip on her shoulder. All right. She's a they. She's a man and a woman. But most of the no. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. Like,
no, I think she's a woman. I just think she's a lesbian. That's all.
No, I thought her pronoun was they.
Who said that?
I thought
you know how I avoid all of this and people laugh at me? I refer to everybody as human. Like, is it a human in there? Because at that point, I am no longer offensive. And if you identify with some aliens or some BS, at that point, I don't care.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I just think she's a woman who's a lesbian.
Okay. Either way,
I'm right, but that's what I think.
Well, either way, in this moment, when they came back and they failed her, she was having an ego problem because she wanted to fight like she was a man. There's no mixing words with that. She was having a chip on her shoulder about her conscience of being a leader and having the same authority as a man. So she wanted to fight these men who didn't want to fight her. And guess what? She fought him and she killed him. I'm just like, okay, did you get anything out of that? For real, what was the point? Monique, talk to me about your favorite antagonist on TV, Henry, and where are we going with Henry?
I'm sick of her cartoon character having corny, lame ass. You insecure trick.
Good Lord,
because why you had to flex your muscle? If you the boss, if you the head bitch in charge, you ain't gotta flex, baby girl. They gonna fall in line, honey.
No, and then she
so because you insecure, you acted the way you acted, and you took that brother's life for no damn reason. You picked a fight with him, and you couldn't take it. So you offed him. That's some insecure-ish. I would never want to work with her ever, and that's why your daddy look at you the way he look at you, because you ain't about that life, boo boo.
Buck. Bloop. Lex, get on in there. I can't even come behind that. She dropped the hammer on that one.
What's next?
Yeah, the animology of her irritates me. Her voice irritates me. Her persona irritates me. Her gold teeth irritates me. Her doobie irritates me. Her teeth irritates me. The fact that she's a mere being irritates me. Whoever wrote her into DMF irritates me. Her presence irritates me. I want them to wrap up her story because it is the art of irritation.
Woo!
Like everything about her, it's just giving like the token person from the community, and I don't mean that in an insulting way because I'm down with the Miss Honeys, okay? I'm just saying I just feel like they just threw her in here and she's irritating. And it's the character. It's just she wants to be like a NB so bad, like fill that in because I don't know how bad I could go in on YouTube, but she just wants to be an NB. Like, and it's just like, okay. But at the end of the day, every female knows, I know I got 2 knockers and a meow meow. I am not as strong as old boy with his glizzy and pectorals. So I'm not even about to entice a fight. Like, I would have just off the rip, like, did it old school style, like 1, 2, 3. Like, we gotta draw some. Like, what is this? Like, it's too much. It's too much. Like, and then on top of that, what she did to poor little Kevin, that bitch could burn.
Yeah, she burned that. You can burn. You have no heart. You have no soul.
Like, that's really crazy. That I could like, it's no excuse for it, period. But like, you had them violate that poor nerdy little child who only wanted to do comic books. Right. And literally, when you go to jail, everybody know your story. Like it's an Instagram feed before you even get there. They know what you done did, how you done did it, if we should beat your ass or not. Like, he was defending himself with his dumbass daddy dirty gun. Like, and what happened to be Mickey? Like, yeah, it's too much going on. Y'all took the Mickey and y'all gave us the backyard again. Like, who signed up for this?
I don't want to see her no more.
No bueno. Knock her block off. Episode 7. Knock her block off.
Gone. I want her to go out in the worst way.
Like Harlem shaking with it, just like I want somebody to beat her to death with a dildo. Like, I'm tired of her.
Good night. I'm clocking out. Good night.
See, this is what y'all been waiting on from Lex, huh? I see y'all in the comments. Y'all been waiting for this kind of fire, hell, and brimstone from Lex. See, they probably, when it's time for Henrietta to die,
I can't wait.
They're not gonna let her die like that. They're not gonna let her die a painful, thrashing death like she should. The way she's been dishing out to everybody, they're not gonna let her die like that. Even though she should, she's not. For me, I'm hoping and wondering, maybe she won't be like the ongoing antagonist for T in Detroit. Maybe it'll be the daddy. And maybe the daddy will have to take out the daughter because she might try to take out the daddy. Yeah. She do seem like she is that dense that she would try to make a stupid move like that against her daddy.
I agree.
She do seem like she would do that. But in keeping with them, that wasn't all that we got from Henry. Now, by the way, did y'all see her little setup looking like New Jack City? Women's with knockers and meows all up out in the place. Like Lex said, I'm a woman. I got knockers in me.
You feel me? See, double knocks on the meow meow. Y'all think I'm funny in the chat? Hit the cash app. That's what's not funny. Make it rain.
Lex, you are definitely funny, honey. You are a character.
That's boy. Hey, Lex, these folks hard up on that cash, and you damn near got to show them the meow meow to get.
Right.
Listen. We y'all better hit up Henry in the past, present, and or future. She got the meow meows on deck, inch by the inch.
Right.
So
she later goes on now to do more damage because that was her lashing out like a child, petulant child, because Coach Cop got away.
Right.
So now somehow miraculously she's able to tell Coach Cop, and we had a beautiful scene right here between the new Cagney and Lacey, Kobe and Jen. They getting to know each other. They done, laid down the new trust with each other. Coach Cop had to show his demonstrative ass up. And as soon as he show up, guns are blazing. Here come Henry shooting up the house. Coach Jen pinned down, but ultimately, this is what happened to Kobe.
So sad.
And so Lex, I'll give the floor to you first. Is Kobe dead? Like, is there any way she could have survived this?
Well, hell, if Monet survived, she could. Because Monet was in the car looking like Swiss cheese. Like, I was really sitting there like, y'all gonna do Mary like that? Like, we start seeing her in the trail. I'm like, okay. Well, hell, 50 got shot in an umpteen amount of time. So, I mean, I guess, I don't know. But her character really served no purpose. You want to keep it a stack. I think it was just so that Jen wasn't by herself while her and Coach Cop was separated, but she didn't really have a storyline. It was kind of just one of those brief, like guest characters on the show. So, I mean, I'm not going to miss her. It was cute, but whatever. You know what I mean? It was kind of just like if you go to a restaurant and they give you breadsticks, like, they cool. I'm not coming here for the breadsticks, but they all right. You feel me? She was all right. Rest in peace. In the most easy way possible. No pun intended.
Yo, what's going on?
Wait a minute, y'all. This chick said, I don't come to the restaurant for the breadsticks. Back when I grew up, ladies and gentlemen, back in my day, people would go to Red Lobster for them damn cheese bread, and they would show up go to Olive Garden for whatever that bread was. But that was back in
It was good. That was the after church. Ooh, I can't wait for you done filled up on breadsticks. You got a half a tray of popcorn shrimp to take home. Life was good back then. Now it is not.
Yeah, now it looked like they went and robbed Lidl's for their damn popcorn shrimp and stuff like that. Like, damn, dude. But anyway, Monique, my bad. I got sidetracked. Talk to me.
It's all good.
Talk to me about how you feel about Kobe. Is she gonna survive? Was this the thing that brought Coach Cop and Jen together? Talk to me about this whole situation.
Yeah, so she's gone. R.I.P. I thought it was sad.
Wait a minute. You official. You think she gone? Like, she gone.
I think she's gone.
Okay.
R.I.P. I think she gone. I thought it was sad. I'm actually shocked that they offed her this episode because I feel like they could have done more with her character and her background and history and stuff like that. I didn't see her going out this episode. But yeah, it was sad because she and Jen were starting to bond.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think now that this has happened, I do think that Jen and Bryant are gonna come back together, join forces, and really get some ish popping. Mm-hmm. And especially once Jen finds out what happened to Kevin, she's about to be on demon time with him. I definitely see her being on demon time with Bryant and getting her hands a little dirty, if you will. Mm-hmm. So that's my.
I would agree. Yeah. I would agree with that. And they probably both going to want to have it in for Henry at this point in time.
For sure.
But the problem that you got with that is Henry's father. He's a made man in the community. And he's like a cop and all this and that.
And I'm surprised that she didn't get the okay from him to take out Bryant. She didn't get the okay from him to do that. So you think that's going to have some repercussions once he finds out that what she's trying to do?
Definitely.
And take his son, and He might not be too fond of that.
Definitely. Okay. Yeah, we'll see, man. That's gonna be the next step in this little tribulation where we going. And now we done spent this whole live stream. We didn't even get a chance to talk about the fellas, Meech and T. And these fellas actually was together in the same city again for a whole episode this time. They was actually in the A together, and they started out in the club where T actually got a chance to kind of fix that wrong he had when he first met Loco. Meech introduced him like, "This is my brother." You know, they pat bonds and they said we're gonna take this business to St. Louis. That's where we're going. We're going to St. Louis. Meanwhile, is it just me or every damn episode, if you got Meech and a club together, he gonna fight? He see Remy, he goes over there and decks that ass. Lex, jump on in here. Talk to me about how Loco was accepting of T now, and then Meech going over there decking Remy.
Meech been Batman this season. Like, Meech really just been slotting all season like a whole vigilante, like a vigilante from the D. Like, it's Meech. This whole scene was kind of just expected, so to speak. Like, just exactly what you said. As soon as I see Meech in the club this season, it's just like, damn, who he finna beat up now? Like, literally, that's exactly what pops in my head. Like, who is Meech finna beat up? And scene played out exactly how I thought it would, honestly.
What you got, Monique?
Yeah, pretty much the same as Lex, you know. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I only saw this episode one time, and it was basically playing while I was getting ready. So if y'all follow me on Instagram and watch my IG story, you saw your girl was very busy this weekend.
I saw it.
Things in the streets, y'all. So,
yeah, they're getting ready.
Be on the lookout, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
Well, let me go ahead and take us to the middle of this thing, because my cousin gonna have to go in a minute, and so I want to go ahead and get to the meat and taters of this episode. Okay, the meat and taters. We can come back for the other ambiance later. Let's go ahead and get to we find out. Woo. Now, me and Lex did we did a video early in the season. We both said we couldn't trust Stacks. I mean, like, we literally in the same video said Kevin was gonna die and you can't trust Stacks. Hello. Literally in the same video, we said that. And here we are. We find out that Stacks is a mole, and we also find out that Meech want to change his plans and try to work with Remy because them MKs is a bigger threat, right? Hello. And Remy's kind of like, I don't know if I want to do nothing, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, the minute that happens, ladies and gentlemen, the damn red wedding happened. Mm-hmm. The MKs come in. Meech is getting handled. He losing soldiers. Not to mention, Remy was losing the people that he loved too. He lost little homie Fat Boy. That was his dude. In front of his daddy, he losing people. They pinned down. It got bad. So Lex, take the floor. Talk to me about how all that went down and what was you thinking in this battle at Techwood Apartments.
You really can tell, like, no funny, because y'all know how I am about Game of Thrones, but you really could tell they pulled heavily from the Red Wedding for this episode. No funny, down to the casualties on both sides, the innocence of old girl with the being pregnant with Rob's babies, the innocence of a child, with somebody being lost from the other side as a casualty when Catelyn killed old boy wife and he was like, all right, go ahead, kill her. Like, literally the person who came in and set it all up got murked just like Stacks did. I'm telling you, they pulled heavily, but you know, I do appreciate cinematic chaos. So they did do a good job. It was sad for obviously the kids, but no good deed goes unpunished. Like, you live in that lifestyle, like, it's gonna be some casualties around you. Like, it didn't have to be the child, but it was gonna be some sort of way. But I think dude need to kind of just calm down and like hop off the Meech hate train, because he really is trying to help you make goofy. And like, if you would have just like calmed down, like you would have been all right. Like, y'all would have been a couple steps ahead. Like, and then here come the people from the Vale, BKA the PA boys, coming in with Lord Baelish. Like,
No,
oh, catch us in June, y'all, when we back for House of the Dragon. But nah, for real, it was a good little snafu. You know, I did like it.
okay. Monique, I'm gonna give the floor to you, and shout out to Lex.
Yeah.
Actually, Lex, I'll say this. I did get a chance to talk to the person that wrote this episode, and they are a huge Game of Thrones, House of the Dragons. Huge.
I
love
knew it. Y'all
Huge.
listen. I'm gonna tell y'all out there in TV land, tune in. Come close.
Come
If
close.
I don't know nothing else, if I don't know my ABCs, and if I don't know Waterway, baby, you better know I know that Game of Thrones, okay? Shout out to George R. Martin. Big Jersey in the house.
Okay.
How did you feel about the battle at Techwood, the way it went down, and how it happened, Monique?
This put a new meaning to guns blazing. I mean, wow. It was chaotic. It was
a mess.
chaos. It was just madness, but it made for great TV. And
It
again,
did.
Lamont, you made an excellent reference to Game of Thrones, Red Wedding. Now, disclaimer, y'all, I watched Game of Thrones. I was late to the party. I wanted to watch the final season, so I rushed and watched it. I want to go back one day and just take my time and watch it. But one thing I will never forget is that damn Red Wedding. When I tell you that episode will always go down in television history. That episode, so this really was like that. And I hate to see the little kid get killed, and I hate to see the young brother that was into the music, and he just had such a promising future. And I hated that. I really hated this. But we kind of predicted something was going to happen. Maybe we didn't know it was going to be on this level, but we knew it was going to be on and popping soon, right? Because it was just too many people involved. Things were just kind of building up, if you will. And then we, RIP 2 Chainz did a great job. You can add this to your resume, get a little actor's cred for this. Shout out to you, although you were very suspicious from episode 1. We all kind of knew, but it's okay. You did your thing. Again, add this to your resume. He's out of here, so bye-bye. That's one less person to worry about. Now, this mother trucker from Miami, I'm worried about him. He scared me. I am scared. He should have been the Henrietta of the season. They needed to switch. He brings fear. He walks around like he the head Negro in charge. He has the true authentic dominating presence. I think he should have been in that role.
I can't be scared of nobody that looked like Theo from the Huxtables. I can't be scared of nobody that looked like that. This dude looked just like Malcolm Jamal Warner. If I ever seen somebody that looked like him, I can't be scared of nobody on TV that looked like Theo from the Huxtables. I just can't. But I feel what you're saying, Monique. He's willing to off anybody, but honestly, we gotta be honest about this thing. Now we got 2 Chainz. You did a good job. You irritated the hell out of me. Your voice got on my nerves. Your behaviors got on my nerves. You needed to get dead. I was so frustrated with you. I was even telling the people, never trust a man that calls himself 2 Chainz, wear one damn chain on TV. And that fucking wig you had, it had to go. Okay. I was so happy. I was so happy to see you die. You did your job because I was ready to see you die. But did you not think this was going to happen to you? Why did you think you could trust Mr. MK? Like, what gave you the idea that he was going to let you be the one to try to infiltrate something and be his right-hand man? What made you think that? Lex, talk to us, Lex. What did you think about it?
If he was smart, he would have double-crossed him and went back to Meech anyway. Because one thing Meech is a stand-up dude. The moment he would have said that, I would have been like, Meech, look, the day I called you, I was in the car with so and so forth. He got it out for you. Let me know what you want to do. I would have, because you got to think about it. He the big bad right now. but he playing checkers. And it's easy to hit somebody with a double jump, bop, 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 and so them kings show up on the board and start going forward and backwards. Meet that king. Like he's tripping. Well, no, he's not tripping. He's rotting now. He's worm food. So yeah, he should have knew better. And especially when, let me tell you something, when you be around people and they get to speak in another language in front of you real quick, and then you say what happened, and then one of them translate. I don't know why people's like social skills are not up there, but absolutely not. That's like, we know as females, you go on the nail salon, everything cool. Everybody sprechen the English. You complain, and then sprechen the another language. You already know what's up. There's some sort of dialect that you don't want being known. It's like Morse code. I get to tapping around y'all. Y'all gonna be like, what's she saying? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why he thought that was a good idea, but he doesn't have any thoughts now. So R.I.P.
R.I.P. baby.
And we'll end you guys on this. Now that he's dead, the PA boys came through and saved everybody. The only thing they was missing was a damn dragon. And in the end, we get back here to Meech's crib, and the brothers had a long conversation with each other. Meech is like, bro, I got family here. I need to take care of business here. T is like, we brothers. We got family in Detroit. And He's like, nah, I got to do my thing. And he really don't want to go back to Detroit and had to handle his business with Henry, which I'm kind of rolling my eyes like, dude, Henry is like not even on your level. Like, for real. Like, you got to grow up. You got to grow up and handle the Henry thing. But I get it. You so used to your big brother taking care of things, it almost feels like the training wheels is coming off. And they did end with them splitting, and the PA boys letting Meech know, look, we down for you no matter where you go, what they do. And so I'll start with you and end with Lex. Monique, we'll go with you first. Okay. Where are we going to go next episode after we've had this showdown?
I'm going to be honest, I don't know. Because I did not see.
That's a good question. Like, literally, I
didn't see the trailer for next week. So that usually kind of helps me and gets my wheels turning. I didn't get to see it yet. So I really, honestly, y'all, I don't know. I feel like Meech needs to help T with Henrietta. I don't know if T, unless Coach Cobb gonna humble himself. I don't know if Terry is equipped to handle her on his own.
Oh.
No shade, but
no, I'm with you, but I feel like he needs to grow his ass up with Henrietta and handle her. But floor is yours, Lex. My bad.
No. I agree with Monique 100%, but it is shade for me, because if you wasn't so crawled up Markeisha elderly twat, you would know what's going on. Like, I'm not understanding. Like, remove yourself from the walls of olddom. Like, you're wilding out, young man. Like, little lad. He acting like a little lad. That's what Terry needs for the rest of the season, little lad.
Lex, them old twats got some power with them. They got that old wisdom.
Listen. All I know is that he need to get his head out the clouds. He back and forth with these women's. He got kids on the way, a kid here, bribing off judges. It's like Meech like no shade, because I know this is the TV aspect, so I'm speaking on TV Meech and Terry, not the real ones. Mm-hmm. Love y'all. But I see how he got their ass caught. He's a slippery slide motherfucker. Like, Terry really just don't be like, let me tell you something. He should have knocked the blueberry out of her muffin a long time ago. Okay? Coach Cop, exactly what was said. I think he gonna have to humble himself and work with Terry, because keep it a stack. He hates them, but he hate Meech. He hates them, but he really hates Meech. Like, Terry high key is still kind of a kid. Like, what is he, like 18, 19 right now? If that, like, and somebody 32-year-old Nana is sleeping with him, but like whatever. All I'm saying is Terry need to get his head out the clouds and get it more into the game to get his life together, because this is a mess. This whole entire thing is a mess, and I don't understand why it's so complicated. But to keep it a stack, we need to watch out for Braxton, because remember, Braxton and Coach Cop go back way far, and Braxton already don't like how his daughter be moving. So you really just took a hit on a cop's kid without my blessing. I wouldn't be mad if her father like crack her peanut and we get more Braxton next season. You know what I'm saying? Or something, because I he been in the shadows. We ain't really been seeing him, but I feel like he would be an ominous present. Like how he's acting this season, like I'm not taking it as Braxton. It's like, oh, all right, Braxton, you pop that collar with it. But I'm just, somebody need to peel her banana and not the plastic ones.
I agree. I wish we could see more of him.
I'm telling you, he gives a present vibe. Can you imagine him and old Pepe Le Pew from Atlanta in a conversation together? I feel like that'd be like you standing on your edge, like what's about to happen type situation. Like I don't know how they would get them in the room together, but I would like to see that on screen. I feel like that would be a very like power of the swingers right there. Like who's got the biggest schlong? Like me versus me. I like it.
We done seen who got the biggest slong that you can buy from Adam and Eve. We already done seen that. We know who got the biggest one that you can purchase. Like what the million dollar man said, the best that money can buy.
Oh, well.
Hey, yo, shout out to Peach. The little one.
I think that's big meat.
Larry Hoover.
Oh, Lord. Let me read my super chatters, then we'll see what the ladies got going on before we get out of here. Super chat from Tania. I appreciate you, sister. And we also got a cash out from Monique 69 Ways Johnson, who's always coming through. We appreciate that, sister. And as we get ready to get out of here, Lex, tell us what you got going on so that you can get back to doing your things and your music. And then we'll see what Monique has got going on.
Well, like I said, I just finished South by Southwest. I came back like 2 weeks ago. So it's videos on my page. We are on the road to the BET Awards weekend and Essence Festival. So we'll be doing the weekend shows around LA and things like that. So hit the Cash App, hit me, all that good stuff. If you have not checked out What the Hell, the movie that I was in, then the link tree is on my bio, or go on YouTube, Manville TV, What the Hell movie. And yeah, the album still comes out in July. I just dropped a single. Oh my God, what is my problem? I just dropped a single last week called Elm Street. So check that out, please. And gracias.
Yay.
Cosmo, shut up.
That dog is so cute, by the way.
This is Sasha. She's actually being quiet right now. Cosmo is the poodle, and he's being very poodle-like and stuck up because he just feels like he can monopolize my attention. My attention. So
you on mute, brother.
What you got going on, Monique, Nicole? What do you have going on?
Chow. I don't even know, y'all, because this past weekend was very busy for me. I did a lot of working and networking, and I met a lot of really good people here in Atlanta. So keep your fingers crossed. I may have some things coming up in the near future. As far as YouTube goes, this week, I don't know, y'all. I gotta lay out my schedule. There are some trending topics that I do want to discuss. So I'm gonna put a list together. You guys will see that this week because listen, the streets is hot right now. The streets is hot. And I got a lot of opinions. So yeah, tune in for that. And then of course, Thursday is reality TV talk with me and Nita. So yeah, just again, y'all, follow me on Instagram so you can kind of keep up with what I have going on. And then just always make sure you have your notification bell button on. That way you will be notified whenever I drop new content. Okay. Yeah.
I forgot something, guys. So for all my ladies, speaking strictly to my ladies or my men's that play in ladies items. So I am the new ambassador for Sensational Hair as well as Sam's Beauty. So I will be doing tons of wig reviews for my ladies. Let y'all know the real, and y'all know I don't pull no punches. I ain't finna lie to y'all for these sponsorships, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
So follow me on that on YouTube and Instagram.
Turn up.
All right. As far as me, ladies and gentlemen, I have some more BMF videos. There's going to be some nerd videos because there's some good things going on in like comics, that type stuff. And of course, I'll be back at least one time this week with Black entertainment news so we can see what's going on in the whole spectrum. I'll probably enlist Monique and Lex for that since you guys seem to love them, and the Warhammer Moochie if she wants to come too. And then Thursday, I'm going to start a new segment on my channel called Black Filmmakers. And I'm going to start interviewing some Black filmmakers that have film that are in the big festivals this year. Some of these people I've actually executive produced with them. So you'll get a chance to see what film they have, who are the celebrities we've worked with, who are the actors we've worked with, and what the films cost us, and what the film is actually about. So Thursday will be my first segment with that. Sister's going to come to the stage. Her name is Tamika Briscoe. I worked with her on a film called Spawns. If you guys remember Soul Food, Darren Henson,
yes,
he's one of the stars of that film. I actually got a chance to work with him, meet him, talk to him. I am taller than him, and I'm not tall at all. But we had a good time on that film, and we'll talk to you guys about that and let you know what's going on. So just keep the notifications on, and that's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like it, comment, subscribe. Follow me on TikTok at Life Gains 1 and download the podcast. We out.